Hi, everyone. Would you like to see what I've been up to? I've been busy, busier than I thought I would be, and I got a little bit accomplished, a little bit of setback, but all in all, I think I did really good. So if you'd like to hear all about it, then stay tuned. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Crafts and More. I'm Katrina. If this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. Take a look at this video or any of my other videos. And if you find yourself inspired, join my channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you just hanging out with me for a bit. So, hi everyone. I've been working really, really hard, and I did have a little bit of a setback, but you know what? I got myself back on track, and I think that I've been able to make up for some of the time lost from my crafting. So, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video where I shared with you Annie's Caring Crochet Club, and I showed you the beautiful yarns that they came in the very first package. So now in that one, it was highlighting a wonderful organization called Knots of Love. Now, I did go ahead and make one of the beanies that came in the kit that I received, but I thought with the other skein of yarn, I would do something different. So I went ahead and looked on the website for Knots of Love and found that they actually have some beautiful patterns that were designed by just awesome creators, and they are available, some of them for sale and some of them for free, to go ahead and make some charity beanies as well to either help a loved one or if you would like to donate just in general. And I thought that was great. In addition to that, there are some packs on the website. There are some mystery bags which contain yarn, as well as some kits, one for knit, one for crochet. And I thought, wow, that is just fantastic. So I gave you guys an opportunity if you wanted to win, and I will go ahead and draw that name during this particular video. Okay. All right. Now, going back to my looking at the website, I found that there were some beautiful patterns on there. And I thought, you know what? I would like to go ahead and support those designers who submitted beautiful patterns for some beanies as well. So with the other skein of yarn, that's what I did. Now, it's hard to choose because there are some very beautiful ones, and I will show you what I ended up doing. Um, First off, I just saw one that I thought was so pretty, and I just had to go ahead and make it. It had a lot of texture, and I just thought that it was just so beautiful. And the name of that one is called Natalie's Cap. Okay, so here is Natalie's Cap. And before I show it to you, let me tell you about the yarn that I used. So I used a beautiful soft and shiny yarn, and that is a Loops and Threads brand. And it's a worsted weight, medium 4. And it comes in 311 yard, 6-ounce skeins, or 285 meter, 170 grams. Now, the recommended hook size is a 5.5 millimeter, which is an I, and the recommended needle size for knitting is 5.5 millimeter as well. Okay, so it's a similar kind of texture to Caron Simply Soft, which is on their approved list. And this one also was on there as well. So I thought, yeah, let me go ahead and use this beautiful yarn and make this particular cap. I just thought it would look very beautiful in this color. So now it is very similar to what I have on, but hopefully you guys will be able to see it. This is Natalie's Cap. Isn't that beautiful? It's got so much beautiful texture. I love the way it came out. And as you see, this cap is a little bit more narrow than some of the other caps that you may make. And that's because it is accounting for the hair loss, okay? And so that it can just kind of hug the head and be very nice and beautiful at the same time, okay? Now, the recommended size, as I told you, was a 5.5 millimeter. However, to make this particular beanie, the pattern actually calls for an F hook or a G hook, which an F hook is, I believe, a 3.75 millimeter hook. And then the G hook for mine was a 4.25 millimeter. Okay. And so I just love it. I actually used a 4 millimeter and a 4.25 to make this particular beanie. And I love the way it came out. So this one is called Natalie's Cap. And I found it on the Knots of Love website. So yeah, just beautiful, right? Just beautiful. Okay. So yeah, I did that one. And I'm sure it would look just as beautiful if I had done it in the beautiful blue, but I decided, that I wanted to do it in this color. All right. So now the next cap that I really wanted to do is in keeping with something that we have been seeing a lot lately, and that's a bucket hat styled cap. So I don't know for sure that this is a bucket cap. To me, it looks a little bit more like a kind of a derby cap, but I went ahead and tried to work on it. And believe it or not, I ran into some challenges. Okay. So this is what I have left out of the skein. And I had done some other things with the yarn, but I do have this left over and I'm going to do something with it to finish off this particular hat. Now this hat is called Bella, and it also is on the Knots of Love website as a free downloadable pattern that you can go ahead and make the item. Now, this one doesn't have necessarily as much texture as it does style. So I really do like the way this one came out. Now, the way I ended up with this hat, because I wasn't going to make this particular one that I'm getting ready to show you, but the way that I ended up making this hat was something that I ended up having some challenges with. So hold on for a moment and let me show you a couple of photos. Okay, hold on. So I am back. So as you see, I ran into some challenges as I was working on the hat. That came from the fact that I just kind of generally looked over the pattern, thought I knew what was going on, and then realized that it seemed like it was way too big. So then I stopped, put it down, measured it, and said, compared to that other hat, this one's going to be way too big and it's probably not going to fit properly. So I grabbed the remainder of my beautiful Loops and Threads shiny yarn and went ahead and started another beanie. And once I did that, I did realize where my error was there were a couple of things that I had done wrong. I wasn't paying attention to the way that the hat was supposed to be made. It was supposed to be made in a spiral, and I didn't do that. And then in addition to that, the increases were not just the regular typical increases. So it does pay to take your time, read the pattern, and don't just go ahead forging ahead, especially in this case where the overall finished size of the item really does matter because it is important for the intended recipient. Okay. So I went ahead and made it using this yarn and then went ahead and made it once I frogged the other one. Okay. So here is the beautiful hat. Okay. So as you see, this one has a really nice flare. Okay. And you can wear it like this, or you can choose to kind of roll it up so that it can go like this and just kind of roll. It has very nice definition here for the shaping. And there actually is a recommendation for a cord to be made for it. Now, the way they tell you to do the cord, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do what I originally wanted to do, but it's okay because I have something I'll show you later that I am doing that I may do with this. Okay. But this is beautiful. And this is called Bella. Okay. So multiple ways that it can be worn, but I do believe it is a bucket styled hat. Okay. And the size is just great. Okay. So now let's see the one in the yarn that came with my beautiful kit from Annie's. Okay. So here we go. So this is the beautiful one in blue. And you see, I have not woven in my ends yet because again, I wanted to make sure that I did it properly. So this is exactly the way the pattern was written. And you see my increases here. I have not blocked any of the hats or anything yet. Okay. So you can turn it up and you can, wear it this way or you can wear it down. All right. Now, what other accent did they have for this beautiful hat? Well, they had a crocheted cord. All right. Now, I have quite a bit of this yarn left over. Okay. So this is what I have left over here. This is quite a bit, and it's enough for me to do a cord. But I decided I didn't want to do a cord. So what I grabbed instead was something called a wonder knitter. Now, this is a wonder knitter, and it is a way to make an I-cord. Now, I do know how to knit, and I know how to make an I-cord using knitting needles. But I thought about it. What about my crafty friends who don't necessarily knit with needles? This is something that you could use, or something similar that you could use to go ahead and make an I-cord. And it's very easy to do because the base where you have your stitches and your pegs, it rotates, and you have something that holds your yarn in place, and then you can kind of hold it with your hand to allow tension. It comes with two different rotating heads, one with a 3-peg top and one with a 6-peg top. And as you do, you basically just kind of hold it and rotate it around, okay, like so. And then you go ahead and you lift the bottom over the top. And this is creating basically a true knit stitch when you do it that way, okay? So it is very much like if you were knitting an I-cord. And it's very easy to do. And then you just kind of gather the pegs when you are done. So I'm about maybe 2/3 of the way done with this because they do recommend the chain to be able to go around so that you can tie it. And without giving away the pattern, I'm just going to explain it that way. And so I have enough to go around it once. I just need enough to be able to tie it. All right. And it makes a beautiful cord. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I have enough to use for the other one. So I may just do it exactly with the way the pattern shows, because I think I'm using a little bit more yarn making my I cord. But that's a way that you can make an I cord just using this, and it works up pretty quickly. Okay. All right. So now next I'd like to share with you my square. All right, so as you guys know, I am doing some beautiful squares for Warm Up America. And this is a project that I'm doing along with Gloria over at Gigi, the Crochet Queen. So she wanted to do something for charity, and she mentioned doing something for Warm Up America. So Warm Up America will receive quite a few different things. They receive hats, they receive warm wearables, they also receive squares for blankets, which actually are rectangles because they're 7 inch by 9 inch. But they also will receive blankets that are completely made. Okay. So they do have a website that you can check out. And if you would like to make something, just kind of follow their guidelines. Okay. As far as the squares that are going to be assembled into blankets, they are pretty strict about that, and that they want them to be around 7 inch by 9 inch. If they're larger, then they really cannot use them. And I think in that instance, you may want to just consider making a full blanket or something like that. Okay. But check out the website and all the details are there. All right. So in any case, I have been working on squares and I've been sharing them with you guys. So it's been a little bit, but I've been looking around to try to find the inspiration for new squares. And wow, did I find inspiration. So this time, this square has been inspired by a beautiful stitch pattern that was recently uploaded by Crysttal over at Bag O' Day Crochet. So she came up with this beautiful stitch pattern, and it is called the side saddle stitch. And I saw it and I thought, yeah, I think that would make a beautiful square. It does have a little bit of openness, but I think it's enough uh, that it will still create some warmth, even though it is a little bit open. Okay, so I'd like to show you the square that I made for that. Okay, here, isn't this beautiful? It is such a beautiful pattern. Her tutorial is very easy to follow, and it worked up really, really fast. It is literally, I believe, just a one row repeat. And she gives you information on how to even it out if you would like to even it out. So I did, and I thought it was great. So thank you so much, Crysttal, for all of your beautiful tutorials. She has a lot of tutorials. And if there's anything that you want made, you can probably find it on her channel that she has a representation or a few in that particular category. So go and check it out. Okay. Side saddle stitch. It is beautiful, and I think this is a wonderful contribution to Blanket for Warm Up America. And as you see, I made it in a beautiful pink to go along with the month of October. Okay. All right. So there we go. Now, that's all I have for that portion. Let's go ahead and see what I came up with for the beautiful Can You Guess the Seed to See? Now, this is another series that I have been kind of doing like a little mini series, and it has to do with corner to corner stitches. And this actually was inspired by my dear YT bestie, Jeanette, over at DOY Creations and at DOY Life. Jeanette is just awesome and just beautiful inside and out. And she came up with an idea to do a corner to corner blanket. And so as I was looking, trying to brainstorm and figure out exactly how I wanted to do my blanket, I wondered how many different C2C stitch patterns are there. And then just kind of ran this idea and kind of chatted with Pricilla over at distinctively handcrafted. And she said, yeah, go for it. Try to do some stitch patterns. So that's how this came about. All right. So please go and check out her channel. Also, she is just awesome. All of the content creators that I mentioned, please, 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 by all means, check them out. All right. So now I've been showing you guys various stitch patterns, and I started out showing you some beautiful squares that Pricilla had sent to me. And I've been having a lot of fun, and I think you guys have been also. So today I have another, can you guess the C to C? Before I get into it, let me go ahead and share with you the yarn that I used. Okay, so I used this beautiful Crafters Square yarn. So this is a category 4 weight yarn. I did purchase it from the Dollar Tree. Now it comes, it is 90% polyester and 10% acrylic. The recommended knitting needles is 5mm, and the recommended crochet hook is a 6mm. Okay. And I'm looking to see the yardage if I can find it. They give you 2.1 ounces, 60 grams, 132 yards, 120 meters. All right. And I don't see a color on here, but this is like a really pale, kind of a yellow color. Okay, so this is the yarn that I used. All right, so are you guys ready? I've done all that talking and leading up to this. So can you guys guess the C to C? This is one side, and this is the other side. Okay, so take a good look at it and see if you can guess the C to C. Okay, I'll flip it again. All right, so I will share and reveal the stitch pattern in a future video. I am excited. I did have a lot of fun with this one, just like I have with the other ones. It is really, really fun to be able to see if it can work up as a corner to corner on the bias style. And so, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. All right, so that's all I have for this portion. I've packed quite a few things in here, haven't I? All right, so the next thing that I have for you guys is this. I'd like to do the drawing for the beautiful kit from Knots of Love. Okay, so I did promise that I would go ahead and do a drawing. I gave 2 weeks, and it's surprising. So I only got about 4 or 5 entries. So let's go ahead and go into choosing the winner for this particular one. All right, hold on for a moment. I am back. I have the YouTube random comment picker. Let's go ahead and choose our names. Here we go. That's the URL. We want to filter by a word, and the word was hair. Okay. And let's choose our winners. All right. Okay, so we have 4. All right, so let's go ahead and choose our winner, guys. Odds are good if it only were 4 people. Here we go. Doretha over at Butterroll Boutique. That is just awesome. So Doretha, you are the winner. Her comment says, Dr. Katrina, this is an awesome act of kindness. There are a lot of people undergoing treatments that have caused hair loss. And then she talks about how the hats would be a blessing to people. So that is just Awesome. Congratulations, Doretha. Please get in contact with me by my email. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and see who all entered. Okay. So let's go ahead and say 4. All right. So that we can see who all won. And we're going to choose all of the winners. Okay. So Doretha was our winner that was chosen if we just had one. But I would like to go ahead and choose everyone. So here we go. All right. Let's do this. All right. So here are our winners, guys. Each of you, if you contact me, will win a gift from Knots of Love. And that is Mary over at mhan7539, Doretha, who was our winner when I did it choosing just one, over at Butter Roll Boutique, Tina over at Crafts by The Rose, and Jeanette over at DOY Life. All of them are very strong supporters and just very dear friends and just beautiful people inside and out. And you just have to go and check them out. Okay. So each of you, please go ahead and get in contact with me by email to claim your prize. I will give you 7 days in which to get in contact with me. After that, then we're going to go ahead and forfeit. And it's okay because, again, I just want to be a blessing. And it's okay if you change your mind or what have you. But I am definitely willing to be a blessing to you so that you can, in turn, be a blessing to someone else. So please get in contact with me. All right. So let's go back into the main screen. So hold on for a moment. I am back. I am so very happy. I'm always eager to share, and I want to do what I can to help you guys and to bless you guys so that you can bless others as well. So I hope that you don't mind that sometimes, if I am able, I will go ahead and share in a different way than I originally intended. And this is one of those times. So I want you to please do me a favor and get in touch with me through email to claim your prize. I will give you 7 days in which to claim your prize. After that, it will be forfeited. Okay. Yeah, just send me an email, say I am claiming my prize, and then you will get to choose whether you want the mystery bag or whether you want the crochet kit or the knit kit from Knots of Love. Okay. All right. So I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to it. All right. I want to say thank you to everyone who left a kind comment. Regardless of whether you entered or not, I do appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you for just watching the videos and giving me a thumbs up. You know, your time is really, really important to me. I really do value it. And I just want to say thank you. All right. So now, guys, it's been a while, but I would like to go ahead today and do a puzzle. All right. So this is the puzzle solution for the last video that included a puzzle. And this is what I came up with. And here is a new puzzle for today. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos, for giving me a thumbs up, for leaving me very kind comments. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you for hanging out with me, for doing the C2C, for entering the giveaways when I do have them, and for just being you. I want each and every one of you to do everything you can to be mindful, do everything you can to be at your best health, and by all means, guys, continue to be crafty every day. Be inspiring and be inspired. Please don't forget to check out all the awesome content creators that I mentioned. There are always more. I'm always eager to share. And so, yeah, I look forward to seeing you again soon in one of my videos or one of yours. Bye-bye now.